Some of you guys are not going to make it. You think that your W-2 and your 65, 70, $85,000 a year is somehow going to lead you to wealth, and you're in your late 20s or your early 30s. Not in 2026, it isn't. Do you even understand the impact inflation is having on your life? It's insane. It's crazy out here. That's not going to happen. Let me tell you guys something. Um, Many years ago, I was broke. I've talked about how broke I was, but it wasn't just that I was broke. I was financially illiterate. I had lived in a state of survival for so long, like borrowing money, doing like really borderline criminal things. When I say borderline criminal things, I simply meant that I would lie to I would lie to have people give me money. So I was always broke, and one way for me to earn money was to tell sob stories to people, more or less beg to family members and others so they would lend me money. And you guys know the person like that. Y'all know the person who hits you up with a sob story asking for money. I used to be that guy, right? Now, I won't say I'm ashamed of it because I've kind of dealt with the issues that made me that sort of person. But I will say that it was a horrible place to be. And when you live that way for so long, it becomes difficult to move from survival to stability. Eventually, I moved to stability, but many of you are in stability and it's a trap. Because when you've lived with nothing for so long, or you come from a family that has nothing for so long, $75,000 a year seems like a lot. And when you're surrounded by people who tell you that that's a lot, it almost seems greedy to ask for more. It seems greedy to go for more. But I want to tell you something as somebody who had nothing, nothing, nothing. You should go for more. You should go for more. I'm not going to go as far as saying that you deserve it because that's an internal thing you need to figure out within yourself. But if you know that you want more and you experience envy when you see another person who looks like you, acts like you, speaks like you, and you go like, why do they get to go on those trips? Why do they get those nice things? Like like but you don't want to go for it, but you're just busy. You're sitting on Instagram on your phone just being envious of what they have, wishing that you had it and just thinking that they must be doing something wrong. Right? You look at them and go like, oh, they must be scamming. They must have stolen. It must be their husband's money. It must be this. Stop that. Just recognize when you're doing that and ask yourself instead, why not me? Why can't I do something like that? Why can't I have that level of freedom? There are only three choices that you have if you work a corporate W-2 and you're thinking that in a couple of years you're somehow going to get promoted. The best case scenario is that you get promoted and they work you into the ground. You're either going to get laid off or you're going to get fired when they find somebody younger who understands how to use AI, or somebody younger that's a lot hungrier than you, who's willing to work the weekends, who's willing to do anything to make it happen. They will fire you, or you're going to work your entire life at that job or similar jobs. The second is that you recognize that everybody who's wealthy built something on the side, and you decide to start building or have a small business venture on the side. You do not need to build a gigantic business. I know people who have achieved an extraordinary level of financial freedom just by having a small business on the side, which they grew to like 700, $800,000 a year, sometimes less, and sold the business for about $3 million. And that was enough for them, just enough for them to live a simple, enjoyable life, right? You don't need to go big, right? You just need enough, but you need to define what enough is for you. That's something that we help people do. I run a mentorship program. This isn't a pitch for it. I'm just kind of dropping it here because if you cannot find somebody to help you do that, I can do that. But we help people design their ideal futures. And your ideal future isn't one of yachts and trips to the Amalfi Coast. And it's just financial freedom. What is it that you want? And what is a realistic path for getting there? That's the second. The third is you get older you keep working your corporate, you keep watching videos of people like me who say motivational shit, and then eventually you decide, fuck it. You go balls to the wall, you go full retard, you retard max, and you say, I'm going to quit everything, I'm burnt out, and I'm going to follow my passion. There are people like that. I travel all over the world and I meet the passion chasers, right? You meet them in South America, you meet them in Southeast Asia, all these middle aged individuals who have dropped the corporate world and are out chasing their passion like idiots. It is a dumb thing to do. It is dumb because you're chasing your passion. You're not chasing what the market wants. And it's what people do when they have a weird mental break. There's no strategy behind it. There is nothing behind it. And it always often ends up in some dumbass post. I'm 45 years old, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm an idiot who followed my passion. Oh, some of you might be feeling some kind of way because I said, oh, you followed your passion. There's a time and place to follow your passion, and most times you have to earn it if you also want to be financially free. But if you want to follow your passion and you have zero interest in being financially free, then ignore this. Go follow your passion and be poor. You don't care. You're following your passion. But most people follow their passion hoping it is going to lead to financial freedom or wealth. And that is a very stupid thing to do. So out of these three options, staying in your corporate job, working till you get laid off or till you're fired, or working till inflation just destroys you and all you do is just work from morning till night, find solace in pornography, in alcohol, in OnlyFans, in whatever new compulsion comes up, sports and food and whatever the fuck, and be unhappily ever after, live unhappily ever after. Or you take the second option and you start building something on the side, or you take the third option and you vamoose and fuck it all up, right? My suggestion is for you to take the second option. And again, this video is for those of you who work in the corporate world, who you feel a little bit of fear. You're like, oh my God, like, is anything going to change? It's starting to hurt. I was hearing people talking about this inflation thing, but suddenly, now that I'm trying to buy a home, now that I'm trying to make some moves in life, you're starting to experience the limits of your income. And when you look around on the things in your lifestyle that you can cut, you get upset, you get resentful, because you're like, I worked so hard, I got this education, I got all of these promotions, and you're trying to tell me that what I earn right now can't even get me to anything that's fucking middle class, that I have to feel poor with what I am making. I've already been poor. How am I poor $80,000 a year later? I know it's not fair, but I'm not here to talk to you about what is fair. I'm here to talk to you about the escape plan. And the escape plan is to start building something on the side. And if you don't know, if you're like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm not a business person, I don't want to sell, I don't want to do marketing, I don't want to do any of those things, I don't want to get on Instagram like an idiot like you and yap, that's absolutely fine. Send me a DM. There's no keyword or anything. Just be a real human being and say, dude, I watched your video and I would like to learn how to do this. I'm not going to charge you anything, but I will ask you a few questions to find out if you are a legitimate human being with a job who wants to learn how to do this. And we'll have a conversation. Sometimes I will point you in the direction of the right free and complimentary resources. And if you're serious, you will take advantage of them like I did in the early days and change my life. And other times, I will point you in the direction of my community or some other individuals who helped me that can help you as well to gain financial freedom. This is not something that needs to take a decade. It is something that can take a few months to a few years. It will require hard work. But more than anything, it will require a legitimate desire to stop sitting on your ass doing nothing. If you watch this video, don't fucking save it if you're not going to take action. If you're thinking of DMing me, DM me now. Don't say you're gonna DM me 2 days from now. You're not gonna fucking do it, all right? The habit of very quick decision making is the only thing that is going to help you start changing the habits and the mindsets you have. Pull the trigger. It's not impulsive. Impulsive means there's something good or pleasurable on the other side, right? It isn't. It takes courage to do something in spite of the fear and the uncertainty. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to take a chance. That is how this shit works. Yes, it's how it works on social media. It's how I changed my life. I didn't meet people on social media. I met people on the internet years ago, like 17, 18, 19 years ago. I met people on the internet. I was reading their blog. They said some things. I just, fuck it. I trust this guy. I reached out. I didn't ask about degrees. I didn't ask about qualifications. I had just followed them for a while. I had done my due diligence. After I spoke to them, I spoke to a couple of their clients, and I decided to pull the trigger. And that is how I started changing my life. I hope you'll change your life too. And I hope this made sense to you guys. Later.